We're good? Everybody good? Everybody ready?
Ready,
okay. Hello and welcome to our first fight card of the season. Yeah, it's that age-old rivalry we've got in one corner. The lads from Arsenal, the home team on Sunday. Lewis, how you doing, mate?
Yeah, I'm good, Gaffer. How you doing, mate?
I'm all right. I got no skin in this game, so I feel good. And the other side of the red corner, we've got Dan Koogs choosing not to wear an Arsenal top this week for some reason.
What do you mean? No one else is wearing their colours, are they?
Yeah, but you have in the last few. You have in the last
we respect our colours really
well.
Yeah, obviously these man. I'm ashamed to wear the colours though. If I'm going to be real, man, I'm repping Nigerian colours today.
But really? That doesn't embarrass you either.
Yeah,
I'm proud. I'm proud, Liz.
That will be that unfortunately when I look at your Twitter, it's a descent into madness from you, Dan Koogs. It's actually quite sad to see because you started as one of the more sane members of the Touchline family. So this slow descent into insanity has been quite a sight. And on the blue side, we've got Babs. How you doing, Babs?
Hey, you know me, man. You know me. I'm feeling shameless. I'm feeling good. I'm in the mood tonight. I'm in the mood tonight, man.
We'll see. We'll see how long that lasts. We've got freemium.
Thank you. Ready for my debut.
Yes, the newest member of the Chessy Hour family. Yes.
Ink still wet on the contract.
Still wet on the contract. Okay, cool. I understand you're a Lukaku stan. Is that correct?
I mean, listen, stocks were low when he was at United, when he had the United stink on him, but that washed right off and our stocks are back up. You know, I'm just a smart investor, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. I got a comment from Tobes. I hate freemium already, or however you spell it. So good to see that you've already kind of emboldened yourself to the Touchline group. Before we start, you can see scrolling across the bottom of the banner there. It's in the YouTube description as well. We've got our live show this Sunday the 22nd is at the Brewdog in Dalston. We'll be showing a couple of games. We'll be starting like Manchester United versus Southampton. You know, game with no real history to it, apart from us battering them 9-1 last year and them almost trying to snatch top 4 from us the year before that. And then, we've got this game. We've got Arsenal at home versus Chelsea. That's going to be followed by a live pod. There's going to be drinks. There's going to be food. There's going to be Pammins. There's going to be Lewis. I mean, who doesn't love to see Lewis? If you haven't got your ticket already, grab a ticket. Yep, it's on our bio on the Twitter. It's on our bio on the Instagram. It's also in the description. Also, while you're here, click the like button as well. And if you haven't subscribed already, make sure you subscribe. With all that being said, let's get into it. Very early for a big game this season. Arsenal versus Chelsea. And I feel like the mood in the two camps couldn't be any more different. You've got the Arsenal lads. You've completed the signing of Ramsdale today. Which I guess I'll start off just by asking you about that, just to get that out of the way. I'll start with you, Dan Koogs. So you could complete the signing of Ramsdale, I guess with an eye to making him your number one keeper at some point. What are your thoughts, sir?
I'm not happy about it. I can't lie to you, man. I know people like they say, back your players, this and the other, but this Ramsdale guy, I've had my eye on him since I've seen him in a Bournemouth shirt. He looked terrible for Bournemouth. I thought he's a big reason as to why they got relegated. He cost them several games that season. I thought the same when he signed for Sheffield United for £20 million. I thought, wow, that's daylight robbery. Bournemouth, like unbelievable fee to get for him. And he didn't really show me anything, I thought, last season that would change my opinion of him. He's spoken about highly in all these goalkeeping circles. That's now £50 million that two clubs have spent on him combined. So fingers crossed, maybe, what's that, what's his name? Stephen A. Smith video. Yeah. He says, my knowledge of the beautiful game may be limited. Do you get what I'm saying? So I'm hoping that I resonate with Stephen A. Smith here, and my knowledge of goalkeepers may be limited. So I see something that they'll prove me wrong. Obviously, he's now an Arsenal player. I'm not going to bash him. I know people are sending him abuse and all that stuff. I don't agree with all of that. That's just frankly ridiculous. So now he's in an Arsenal shirt. We hope he does well, but I'm not holding my breath, basically.
Okay, cool. And coming over to you, Lewis, what are your thoughts on the Ramsdale signing? Obviously, as a former keeper yourself, obviously not as distinguished, but still.
How do you know how distinguished I was?
I mean,
Is it the fact that I'm here with you on a Friday night instead of?
That's a bit of a giveaway. I don't know.
I
That's just a
retired
little
early.
bit of a giveaway,
My
mate.
knee, you know, I would have made it pro, but my knee, or my hand, you know, my hand. But yeah, I'm in the same camp as Dan. Really, I'm not impressed with the signing, and you know, even before we were linked to Ramsdale, right? It was sort of like a common theme in every kind of football group chat I'm in of like, fucking hell, he's shit, isn't he? Like, no one ever expected this move to come. And then obviously he got called up to the England squad. He did go to Euros, didn't he, Ramsdale? He did go up to the Euros. I think he was England's third choice or whatever. And he seems to have a great reputation within the game. You know, the fact that Bournemouth spent the money, the fact that Sheffield United spent so much money on him as well. You know, he seems to have a good reputation in the game. I'm just hoping that, like Dan, my analysis of Ramsdale and you know, the large majority of people's analysis of Ramsdale is wrong. We've learned from Emi Martinez that things can change very quickly as a goalkeeper, and things can take maturity as a goalkeeper can take his time. Emi Martinez, when he was Ramsdale's age, was a complete liability. And now he's one of the best goalkeepers in the Prem. That's all I can cling on to. I'm sorry, guys. That's all I've got. And that's all you're getting. So all we can do is pray.
Hope and pray. Hope and pray. Cool. Thank you for that brief intro there, guys. So safe to say you guys are really looking forward to the Ramsdale era. Let's start off by looking a bit at the history of this fixture. You guys have played each other so many times over the years. Looking at your last kind of 6 or 7 games or so, it's kind of been slightly to Arsenal's favour, actually.
Not
you guys
slightly,
have won
mate. I mean,
more of you.
We've been dunking on him. I think we're going for a 4-peat, aren't we? We're
yeah,
going
so
for 4 in a row.
The one that they actually won was a club friendly. So yeah, you are actually going for 4 in a row. Yeah. So last season away from home, you beat them 1-0. That was Emil Smith Rowe, your new number 10. At home, you beat them 3-1. The previous season, that was Lacazette, Xhaka, and Saka. Abraham grabbed a consolation goal. You beat them in the FA Cup 2-1. There was a 2-2 draw in the Premier League away to theirs. And then the last time they actually beat you was December 2019. Does the form guide go out of the window for this one, Lewis and Dan? Or are you confident?
Listen, I think we've got Chelsea's number. Personally, I think if we look like Chelsea's bogey team at the moment, I reckon. You know, Arteta has shown himself to be not too bad in the big games. Yeah, not too bad. He's got some good results. You know, obviously, like I said, he's beaten Chelsea 3 times now in a row. One of them in an FA Cup final. The other one where basically he was on the brink of losing his job. Yeah. And that was the game that kind of, well, I don't want to say turned our season around, but, you know, that was the game that saw the introduction of Emil Smith Rowe, and, you know, the rest is history in that regard. So, I think that team that beat them at the Emirates, that 3-1 at the Emirates, is going to be quite a similar team because we haven't really signed anyone. That's going to go straight into the first team. The only player who's probably going to play is Ben White.
Signed anybody?
Who's going to play, Babs?
Who's going to go into this first team, he said.
Fair enough.
Who's going to play? So it's going to be the same kind of team that's going to that played that game to this game. We're not going to have Ødegaard, so Ødegaard didn't play that game either, I don't think. So yeah, I think Chelsea would be a bit worried personally. I think Chelsea would be a bit worried. There's obviously something mentally not quite right there. Like they're a bit phased by us. Not too sure why.
Say afraid.
No, not afraid. Phased.
English. Lewis has a good grasp of the English language. I'm going to come across to you, Chelsea lads. Like we say, you've lost 3 games on the trot against Arsenal. I'll start with you, Freemium, if that is your real name. What are your thoughts on that kind of 3 in a row in terms of you guys losing to Arsenal, and what you're expecting on Sunday?
I mean, I think Lewis said it all. To be honest, I mean, I really do. Teta kind of, he's just a bit of a mastermind when it comes to football tactics, and he's got Tuchel's card, and I feel like he just knows what he's doing. He's just such a top quality manager, and I think that shows not just from his matchups with Tuchel, but also with his matchups with Lampard. I mean, FA Cup final, nothing for him. That was easy work, and it hurt to watch. So honestly, I'm slightly worried that we could not walk away with 3 points, and I feel like if we don't, Arteta deserves another year in charge, man. At least a year, if not 18.
Do you know what I loved
about?
Man.
Well put.
Do you know what I loved about that little statement there from Freeman is that I couldn't quite work out where the sarcasm was, where the actual the valid points were. It was great. I really enjoyed that. Thanks, Freeman.
The ranting of a madman, eh? I'm gonna come across to you, Babs. So 3 in a row that you've lost against the red side of London. Going into this game, how are you feeling? Is that a record? Do they just have something over you? Does Arteta just have something over Chelsea? Do they have your number as a club?
I mean, if you just look at the state of Arsenal at the moment, man, like you just got to give them a bit of charity. Like we saved Arteta's job last season. We gave him an extra year in his contract. So hey, look. If this is the evil that has to be done, I can't blame the boys. But in all seriousness, though, I do think that the 3-1 especially, I feel like that was probably their best performance against us in a while. Like they literally like tore us to shreds. Like the 1-0 last season, it was a bit of like a goal out of like nothing, in the fact that it was like a weird back pass. I mean, like from there on, like we hit the post, we hit the crossbar, and you just knew from there that was it. Like you weren't going to get any much luck in terms of that game, especially. So the only thing I can hope for in this game is that we can maybe, pull it around and turn it around. But hey, I mean, if you look at the signings that they've made, man, my goodness, man, the super team that they've got over there, Benjamin White. Oh, listen,
don't worry about us. Don't worry about us. Don't worry about us. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about your own team, yeah?
I'm worried
about your own team.
Man. Respect Benny Blanco.
160 million in the transfer window.
And how much did you spend on Lukaku?
90 million, yeah. 90
oh,
million.
really? Oh, no.
Enough.
What about the rest? What about the rest?
I don't know what rest you're talking about. I don't know what rest you're talking. All I know is
the all-in price. I want the all-in price.
Listen, Lewis. You know your hailing star boys. You know the super team you guys are building over there. I'm expecting top 4 from you guys. Where's all your fucking Chobham star boys? Oh, what?
Any of them going to be starting?
Are you talking about the guys that were just from the Champions League?
They've sold them all. Sorry.
They sold them all. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. I think you got it a bit wrong there, Morayo. I don't know if you remember, the Champions League win we had last season. Hey, I'm sure you haven't forgotten about that yet.
Livramento, Bates, which other ones have you got?
Reece James, Christian.
Starboy. Okay.
So,
I thought it was a team.
Listen, man.
Oh,
Cho not got a team yet, no?
The list is long, man.
Chalaba.
What, Cho not got a team now?
What do you mean?
No, he's still
where's Cho at?
Yeah, you'll see him.
He's at Chelsea.
He likes Arsenal.
Oh, okay. I'll have him. If we want some game time.
I mean, he'll walk into your team. I don't blame him.
100% he will. 100%. But will he walk into your team?
No, he won't. He won't walk in, but he'll get in. He won't walk in.
I want to actually talk about the tactical matchup between the two sides and where we think this game will be won and or lost. I'll start with the blue side of London at this point. I'll start with you, Babs. What areas of the pitch are you looking at for you to need to dominate to get that what seems to be an elusive win in the Premier League against Arsenal?
I think especially the wide areas, because as a standard, we do tend to control games in the middle of the park. We have like players like Jorginho there who are able to dictate the tempo. It's not easy to get over like Arsenal because they haven't really got much in terms of like their midfield. So, and especially with Partey out, I'm not exactly worried about their midfield, but it's those wide areas. Like, what are we going to be able to do there to really dominate the game? And I don't want to obviously quote the friendly, but that game especially, and I believe Dan Koogs was there himself. Like, when we had Pulisic and Cho as our right wing backs, we were able to have a bit of width. We were able to have actual 1v1 ability. So actually being able to unlock the game there, that's where the game I think is going to be won for us.
Listen, I'm going to speak for Dan Koogs and tell you to speak for yourself. Don't tell us about Dan Koogs' whereabouts. You went to the game, you tell us
He knows he was at the game. He knows. He literally
Hey,
bought it.
you witnessed it first hand, man. You witnessed it first hand.
Did you pay for the ticket?
He
I don't
witnessed
know.
it first
I was
hand.
waiting for Babs to finish. I wasn't sure if Babs was finished there, to be honest. But I don't know. Yeah, I was at that game. I wouldn't really read too much into that pre-season match. I feel like we were just trialing a couple things. I don't expect us. I think we'll come in with a three at the back, like we did at the back end of last season. I think we sort of stifled you doing that. I don't think we'll allow you as much space in behind. I think that will work better with the centre backs that we have available as well. With Benny Blanco playing on the right centre back like he used to do for Brighton last season. And with that, I feel like we'll be able to match you up and maybe get something on the counter, because I feel like, I don't know how you've been in pre-season, but I feel like last season when you went 1-0 down, you sort of struggled to get back into the game. So I think that'll be our game plan here again, get 1-0 up and see if you really have the firepower to come back. But really and truly, that pre-season match, I think it was 2-2 if the referee had eyes. So I don't really think that you showed too much in that. And I know that people have said that you spent all this money on your players, but really and truly, I don't think you have that much in your team that's really that frightening. I think if you look at other teams across the league that have, these sort of super teams and whatnot, I think they've got a bit more devastation and a bit more fear factor in their lineups than Chelsea. Like, you look at Timo Werner, even when he's running behind, you're not even backing him to score. I think probably the scariest forward that you have has to be that man, Lukaku. But you look at his record in the Premier League against big teams, it's not really there. He's played against Arsenal 15 times. He scored 2 goals, and I think one of them was a penalty. So, these are things.
That's a great stat. I love that stat. That's an amazing stat.
These are things we have to consider. So I think Havertz, Lukaku, probably your danger.
I didn't know that it was that. Oh, wow.
Yeah, but
I remember the goal he did score. He was playing a right wing for Everton, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my day, they put you guys in a spin cycle that game, but let's not digress. Freemium, where do you see the game being won and lost?
I think it's all going to be about, if we can keep Arsenal pinned into their penalty box, really, because I don't feel like they plan on leaving too much. I feel like we're going to be parked in their half of the pitch, and we're just going to see how much damage we can do. If they do catch us, on the break, because obviously that is the plan, then they catch us on a break, it'll be another masterstroke by, the genius that is Arteta, man. Like, long may he reign, man. Like, there's not much you can do about it. That's a great tactic. It works half the time. Other half of the time, you're fighting for relegation. But when it works, congratulations, man.
It worked.
What can you say?
Yeah, we've got a comment from Prashant K. Chelsea struggle versus mid-table lower half teams. So
it is a good point. To be fair. It is a good point.
That's something to be. That's something to be mindful of. And we've kind of kept it bubbling. These kind of little jabs here, little jabs there. But listen, it's the start of the season, so the transfer window is still open. Let's actually have a conversation about the transfer windows and the moves that our clubs have made. We'll start with Arsenal. So your incomings: Ben White, 52.65 million from Brighton. Martin Odegaard confirmed today, 31.5 million. Aaron Ramsdale confirmed today, 25.2 million. Albert Sambi Lokonga, 15.75 million from Anderlecht. Nuno Tavares, 7 million from Benfica. You've also promoted Balogun to the first team. The departures: Joe Willock has gone to Newcastle for 26 odd million. Guendouzi's at loan at Marseille. Saliba at loan at Marseille. Dejan Liliev, never heard of him. He's gone on loan. David Luiz, he's gone. So yeah, that's where you stand. I want to go across to the Chelsea boys first. How does that transfer window make you guys feel?
David Luiz is gone. Mad. I didn't know. I never heard. Yeah, now that's worrying, man. Like, that's definitely worrying. I feel like without David Luiz,
Is my man gonna make a non-sarcastic comment all day? Like, come on, let's talk serious.
Fam, David Luiz is definitely a world-class centre back.
No, he's not.
He's top 5 in the last 10 years for sure. Certified.
He's not.
In the last 10 years, he's certified top 5. You're talking about an elite level CB.
In the last 10 years.
In the last 10 years, that's an elite level CB.
In any duration of time, he's not top 5. So yeah.
I don't know, man. His trophy cabinet is looking hefty, man.
That's fine, but luckily we don't judge ability by accolades. So
that's a good point because you ain't got too many of those, have you?
Okay.
And none of these players that I've heard about now.
So
a lot of them.
Looking at the incomings. Looking at the incomings. Yeah. What are your thoughts, Freemium?
I don't have any because I have not heard of many. Oh, one thing I did note though that I had to Google. Ramsdale's only 23, fam. I did not know. I thought he was way older than that because he's been shit for so long. I did not know he was so young.
He's young.
Cool. Bab, when you look across at those incomings and outgoings, yeah, what are your thoughts?
It's similar to what I said earlier, man. It's that Arsenal super team that they're building right now. You know, it's top level investment for a top level manager. What can I say? Like, hey, they've really improved their squad depth. You know, they've got a top quality backup left back. They've got one of the hottest prospects in midfield in Sambi Lokonga. Hey, look, man, the future's looking bright over at North London. What can I say, man? What can I say?
Let's go across to Chelsea's. Their incomings. Romelu Lukaku, 103.5 million from Inter Milan.
So not the 90 that Bab said.
You know how Bab does.
That's euros. That's euros.
A bit shaky with the it says pound sterling here. Marcus Bettinelli from Fulham. That's it. And then obviously Trevor Chalobah. Your outgoings, Tammy Abraham, 36 million to Roma. Fikayo Tomori, 26 million to AC Milan. Victor Moses, wow, didn't know he was still on your books. 4.5 million to Spartak Moscow. Giroud, 900,000 to AC Milan. Kennedy Black to Flamengo on loan. Emerson to Lyon on loan. Michi Batshuayi to Besiktas on loan. That was interesting because when I listened to the Chessy Hour episode with you, Sam, and Ben, Ben was very much of, why is he going to Besiktas? That's a bit of a joke, hang around, you know. So to see him, great presentation, though. Great presentation.
It was a good announcement.
Marco Van
you know what?
Left. Wow.
All the Chelsea fans.
Izzy Brown. I didn't even know he was. What the hell? Some of these names. Izzy Brown still on your book. Jesus Christ. Jake Clark, Salter, Billy Gilmore's gone on loan. Matt Miazga, Willie Caballero, Jamal Blackman. Wow. Arsenal guys, Lewis, Dan Koogs. I mean, listen, it's been a quiet transfer window for Chelsea, and it's very much been more outgoings than incomings. There's only really one player to talk about. Formerly Red Rom, now Blue Rom. What is the pressure that comes in with that huge transfer fee? What are you expecting of him? We've heard how well he's done at Inter Milan. He won the league title there last year. As Freemium said, he washed that United stink off of him. What are the expectations for Romelu Lukaku in the Premier League now he returns?
You always know the pressure is too much for a player. Yeah, when the fans are asking you to cite the correct price. Yeah, you've got a lot of them in the comments right now saying, "Oh, Morayo, you're sickening. You're using euros. Why would they? You're using the same source, right? When you read off the Ben White transfer, was that in euros or pounds, Morayo?
It was in Great British Pound Sterling.
Right, it's the same source, guys. Right, stop getting touchy about the fee. The pressure's on Lukaku. Yeah, the pressure is on. Let's see if he delivers. All right, that's how you know that that the lights are going to be on certain man, and the fans are trying to detract the lights from them by saying, "Oh no, it wasn't 115 million, it was 103, and it's in euros." Fuck off, guys! You aren't forex traders, all right? You aren't currency traders, okay? Nobody gives a shit. You paid 115 million for my man. Take it. He better score 30 fucking goals this season.
What? And non penalty?
Non-MPG. MPG.
Hey, Dan Soft is creating a beast there, man.
That MPG stat has been banded around. Before I ask the next question, just a reminder, guys, our live show. Who? Lukaku, 16 MPG. Something there and thereabouts. Just a reminder, our live show this Sunday that the Brewdog in Dalston will be showing the Manchester United versus Southampton game. And obviously this game, Arsenal versus Chelsea, which is then followed by a live pod. You grab a ticket ahead of the time, you get a free drink on entry, food there too. And obviously these lovely gentlemen will be joining me at the live show too. But to get to it, I want to ask the actual fans their expectations and their thoughts on their transfer window. So I'll start with you, Arsenal boys. You've had quite a bit of business. Lewis, you already mentioned that not necessarily starters who you've bought, but do you feel like these players set Arsenal up well back to Arteta, because it hasn't been small money that's been spent this summer? So what are your thoughts on the transfers and what are your expectations after last year's 8th place finish?
Well, there is no excuses for Arteta. These are the players that he's bought. I think if you go through the squad, so we're all expecting Ramsdale to be number one, right? So Ramsdale, Gabriel, Ben White, right back. So, I mean, he bought Cedric but doesn't use him. Xhaka has decided to keep on. Partey was his signing. Emil Smith-Rowe is promoted. Ødegaard is his signing. Pepe wasn't his signing. But like I said, a lot of that team is Arteta. That's Arteta's team now, right? This is he's been back to the hilt. He spent over £200 million. In my personal opinion, I don't think this is anywhere near enough to get to the level that we need to be.
So when you say anywhere near enough, is it in terms of the amount of investment he's been given, or in terms of the quality of the player?
No, the quality. Because I think, you know, I feel like if I was in charge of the transfer kitty, I could have spent this money. You're not. Thankfully, I'm not, because I don't know much about football. But I feel like I could have identified better players for better value of money. And yeah, look, but time will tell. I think this window is shocking, personally, and I would be very surprised if we made the top 6. Actually, I wouldn't be very surprised. Let me take that back. I don't expect us to make the top 6. I think we'll probably be in and around between 6th and 8th.
Wow. And with that, is that off with Arteta's head?
Well, it has to be. If he doesn't make the top 6, then he has to be gone.
After the money you spend, I can't.
Of course, you can't be back to 200 million and fail to finish in the top 6.
Agreed. Dan Koogs, what are your thoughts? I mean, I know your thoughts because you can't shut up these days. But for the watchers and for the people who will listen back to it.
Hey, Morayo, man, if you have any issues with my tweets, man, just mute me, innit? You get me?
No, I love the pain. I love the pain. I wish I could actually. I put a notification on my phone, so when you tweet, that pops up, and I can immediately engage. But just watching us a fly on the wall gives me levels of joy you wouldn't imagine, Dad.
Yeah, to be honest, I echo Lewis's thoughts. I think, if you give a different manager or probably a more respected manager in world football, £150 million to spend with the squad that we finished last season with, I think you would be saying you'd expect them to compete for the top 4. You'd say top 6 would be the very minimum. But with Arteta, that's not the case, because we've seen his football, we've seen how we struggle to score goals at home, how we struggle to create chances. And you're saying, really, truly, we need more money, more investment. You look at where they've chosen to allocate resources. That's £80 million on a goalkeeper and a centre back when your team scored 55 goals last season. That seems insane to me.
How many did you concede? How many did you concede last season?
36, I think.
36, 39 goals, something like that. It was under 40 goals we conceded last year. So you look at it and you're saying, where are the priorities in this team? Where do we need to spend money? Centre mid, attacking midfielder, a forward of some sort, be it a striker, be it left winger, and a right back. And I think of all of those positions, we filled one now with Martin Ødegaard and re-signed Granit Xhaka, which to me is backwards behaviour. You know, they're talking about making progress, being ruthless, unprecedented summers and whatnot. It's unprecedented in the fact that this is it's insanity what we're seeing in terms of how they've allocated resources this window. So, boy, I'm not expecting anything higher than a 6th place finish, and anything above that would be a bonus for me.
Oh wow, cool. And I'll come across to you guys, Babs and Freemium. Obviously, the big signing is Romelu Lukaku, and the only real big signing you've had. So, before we talk about Romelu, I want to talk about some of the players you've lost. Is there anyone that you've lost that you guys think the club may be making a mistake in letting those players go, and they could have contributed this season?
No.
And I know quite a few of them you've kind of put buyback clauses and first refusals and whatnot. Are there any of those players that you feel like, oh, maybe we did a bit too much letting them go so soon?
In terms of the senior players, no, but maybe the youth players. I do think out of all of them, Livramento, I think he was the best suited to actually come into the starting 11 straight away. He's a natural wing back, and I feel like he's already perfectly ready for Premier League football. We saw it at his Southampton debut, and you guys probably see it tomorrow against United. He's ready for the Prem, and I think he's going to really set the Prem alight this season anyway. For me personally, I won't be surprised if we buy him back anyway.
Okay, so that's a big shout, and obviously I'll get to watch him live on Sunday at the live show, as I've mentioned. How about you, Freemium? Are there any of the players you've let go that you thought, you know what, we should have kept him around?
I have to agree with Babs there. Yeah, Livramento, one of the brightest prospects. We put a buyback on him, so I think he will be coming back. I would have kept him around personally because he can play anywhere down the channels, so on both sides. And I feel that that's what makes him dangerous, especially because he's really, really creative. He's got a good eye for a final ball, and he's got a good eye on goal as well. So for me personally, I'd have kept him. But apart from that, outgoings, I wanted, man. That's what I needed. Some of these outgoings aren't even good enough. Some of these loans that are just like extend and loan, I needed you gone.
Okay, so you want the club to get rid of even more deadwood? Yeah,
man. I need heads to roll, man. It's crazy out here.
Okay, cool. And listen, I've been championing a bit to ask, Lukaku, 100 million all in, Freemium. What are your expectations? What sort of player have you signed? Is he, as some have said, the missing piece to Tuchel's jigsaw, or have you squandered the defense budget of a small nation?
I don't think he's exactly what we needed, but obviously when you're dealing with, Giroud's gone. Obviously, Giroud, Arsenal legend, respect to him. When Giroud's gone, Tammy's gone, and we've struggled with Werner. It's like, yeah, okay, maybe we need to get a striker, and also because they've done the analytics. They saw that we have a lot of touches in the box, we have a lot of half chances and half chances. Now it's time to get someone in there who's certified, who won MVP of the league last year. And when I say MVP, I mean he carried his team, who's not won anything in a decade, to the title, and that's not an easy title to lift, right? Because Juventus have got that league on lock. So the fact that he could carry his team, put him on his back like that and carry them to the title, yeah, we needed that. 100 mil. I mean, Inter paid 75 mil for him, and the price only went up from since then. So I'm not mad at it.
I mean, you can't argue with how much he's valued at. It's just, is he good value for money? Is the question. But I guess time will tell. Like somebody mentioned in the comments, 100 Premier League goals is no small feat. You're expecting him to at least get that number for Chelsea before his time here is said and done. So we'll be watching eagerly. Ooh, and Nathan popping off in the comments. Hakimi was the Inter MVP. Don't get it twisted.
But no, he wasn't. That's not true. That's factually incorrect.
It was Martinez. It was Martinez.
Listen,
MVP
guys,
is in the league MVP. The league.
No, Lukaku actually won the awards. He actually won
it went. That was incorrect.
Yeah, he won the league. He won the league MVP award. Didn't even know they did that. A bit of NBA influence over there. Good. So it seems like the Chelsea guys, for the most part, you seem to be happy with your signing. Oh, sorry, forgive me, Babs. Didn't get your thoughts on Lukaku. Some may say I did that intentionally to build up.
Yeah, man. Hey, I thought I got away with it, man. I got away with it.
Some may say that's what I did. I wouldn't. But Babs, what are your thoughts on Mr. 100 million? Daddy Warbucks.
Boy, it's a big money signing, man, and I've got big expectations from him. I think he's gone away. He's gone to Italy, and he's really refined his game, which has been good to see. But I've still got a lot of questions.
What parts of this game do you feel he's refined?
It's definitely back to goal. He's back to goal. Like that's like the major thing that we've all heard and seen from the Conte. You know, it was actually what he wanted to do at Chelsea. So it may have been a bit later than what he wanted initially, but we got there in the end. Not only that, but we've seen a lot more in terms of his actual creativity. So, you know, we saw he led Inter in everything from goals, chance creation, assists. He really did, as Freeman said, he really did have the team on his back. So we just got to hope that he does this and he's able to translate this into Chelsea, because I do think that the way we play, it will allow him to actually it will actually allow him to actually do that, because we don't really have that kind of player that's actually that guy that's going to carry the team. So I do think having that senior player in Lukaku, you know, he demands a lot from his teammates. He knows the league, so there's no excuse now. There's no give him a couple games to adapt to the league. No, big man. I'm expecting hat tricks. I'm expecting doubles. I'm expecting big numbers from him this season.
Oh wow, you're not even giving him a couple of games.
No, hell no. Does that sound like me?
No, it doesn't.
There we go. So like for me personally, if I can get a nice 2-3 from him, I'll be impressed.
Is that including penalties or non-penalties?
We'll leave that to the listeners to decide.
No. Well, I'm asking you. You're the one who said it. So
history tells us Lukaku is traditionally a 1 and 2 non-penalty goal guy. So I'm not exactly going to say that. You know, I'm going to expect him to go above and beyond. But it will be nice for him to do it non-penalty goals. But if he does it with pens, hey, I won't complain. If he brings us a title, hey, go for it, man.
Okay, cool.
I think it's actually funny because Lukaku said it himself. Like when you're winning, people don't really focus too much on what you're doing stats-wise, but it's early when, you know, like the results start looking too good. People are like, "Oh, what are you actually doing there?"
Interesting.
So yeah,
I'd raise you Bobby Firmino when you make that comment, especially when you're
man,
an attacker.
You know how them Coppen boys used to protect that guy, man.
Yeah, but not everybody.
That guy was a dangerous species.
In fact, what I find what tends to happen is when a team is winning, the quality of all their players tends to be overstated by like 7 world-class players, 3 players who should be in the world 11, etc., etc. And even if a guy's not necessarily putting up the numbers, he's bringing some quality that nobody else can bring and is integral to the coach's system. But you know how it goes. Once you've got that big fee on you, if we keep hearing his fee getting brought up again and again, that means
it's not going too well.
He's not delivering. He's not delivering. And if we don't hear about his fee again, that means he's done his job. So listen, time will tell.
I'm sure we all know about that a bit too well.
Yeah. Well, welcome back to that kaleidoscope, that telescope of football Twitter. Welcome back, Romelu. Cool. Let's finish up with what tends to be the most fun and intense part of these fight cards, and where the fight really happens. It's the combined 11. Freemium, this is your first time, so what we tend to do as a group, we agree a formation and we go through and we decide on what's the combined 11 of the 2 clubs. Usually, because we started fight cards about halfway through last season, you'd have a stretch of form to kind of use as your basis, and depending on the host, they'd use a different criteria, which meant there was no consistency, and you know, people would moan about it for months and months after. Lewis, people would moan about it for months and months after. But here we are, it's the second game of the season. So we can, as gentlemen, decide what our criteria is going to be for this year's first combined 11. What's our criteria? I'll come to you first, Lewis. I haven't heard from you in a minute.
I don't think it matters really, does it?
No, I think it matters.
I tell you what, should we make it spicy?
We can make it spicy.
Why don't we do an all-time 11?
What?
Oh, they're quaking in their boots now. They are absolutely quaking. They're fucking quaking. Look at them. They're not too sure.
Explain, Lewis. I'm liking this idea. I'm liking it. Explain.
They're quaking.
I mean, if Premium, Babs, and Dan Koogs are up for it, I'm up for it.
Listen, let's have it right. Yeah, the combined 11 is going to be heavily Chelsea orientated, right? We can all accept that. Even me, in my most shameless form, I'm not gonna sneak more than 4 Arsenal players in that combined. Yeah, 4.
That sounds like 4 too many to me.
4. I'm going for 4.
Is that 4 on the bench? Yeah.
For starting 11.
Relax, man. Just relax.
Cool,
Please.
cool. So let's Babs, Premium, are you guys up for this? People are questioning your. You know what? Yeah, okay. Let's do a current one. Let's see how many Lewis is able to get in, and let's do a a historic one as well. That'll be interesting to two clubs with rich histories. What formation are we doing for the current combined 11?
I think
4-3-3,
since both teams use the three at the back, I feel like
no, we don't use three at the back. We don't use.
I mean, as you mentioned earlier, you guys are probably going to resort to it against us.
How do you know? We haven't played three at the back for over a year.
It was you guys' word. You guys said
no. It was Dan. It was Dan. We don't play three at the back.
We've done it once in like the last like.
But who was it against?
It doesn't matter
Against you guys.
Exactly.
I heard he was going to use it on Sunday
against us. So
we
want sense.
No, we want 4-4-2. We want 4-3-2-1. 4-2-3-1. Sorry.
You're sounding a bit confused there, Lewis. Like it's 4-3-2.
What formation do you want, Lewis, mate? Come on.
I want 4-2-3-1. I said it. I want 4-2-3-1.
Babs, freemium.
Hey, I'll take 4-2-3-1.
I mean, I don't think it matters, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't think it matters.
Okay.
You guys play 3 and 4.
Let's get cooking. Let's get cooking. So
Okay. You know what, right? You know what? Since you decided the 4-2-3-1 for there, for the throwback, we will decide what our formation will be then.
Sure.
That sounds fair to me.
That sounds fair to me too.
I mean, your history only started in 2005, so we've got a lot more players to choose from.
That's fine.
That's amazing.
So we'll start with the goalkeepers. We'll start with you, Dan Koogs. Who do you have in goal for this combined 11?
Who do we have? Leno.
Ramsdale.
Leno. Okay, I'll come across to you, Lewis. Who do you have in goal?
Do you know what? You see, Morayo is gonna penalize us if we're too cheeky, Dan. Yeah. So
I'm not penalizing. I'm.
You can give it to them, yeah, but like I had to just say Leno in it. You know, them ones.
Yeah, I have to disagree with Dan. I can't lie. I think I'm not going to dispute Mendy. I think Mendy's a proper good goalkeeper. Yeah, I'm waiting though. I'm waiting for that second season syndrome to snap back in, and we're going to see. We're going to evaluate Mendy at the end of the season because I'm not too sure. I think he's good, but I'm not too confident.
Okay, cool. Lewis says Mendy. Babs.
It's got to be Mendy, man. It's got to be Mendy. I know a lot of people were doubting him early on last season. He seemed to lose a lot of fight cards, you know. But hey, he's proved that he's one of probably the top 5 goalkeepers in the league. And hey, I'm happy to have my combined 11.
You're happy to have him at your club. Freemium, what about yourself?
I mean, in the competition of goalkeepers, like I'm not sure if there's another goalkeeper in the conversation that has equaled the Champions League clean sheets record, so I'm gonna have to go with Uncle Mendy.
Hey, shout out Shamark. I like that one.
That's why. So we've got Mendy in goal. Right back. We'll start with you this time, Babs.
Reece James. It's easy
for
me. It's easy for me.
They're all really poor options, though, aren't they?
I mean, the options are Bellerin or James.
Like I said,
Aspilicueta.
Hey, yeah, that's another good shot. To be fair, I'm sure they'd love
legend, football legend Aspilicueta.
Aspilicueta is probably 3 years away from signing for Arsenal. You know how it goes.
That's a good point, Morayo. We'll be here in 3 years' time putting him
future Arsenal legends.
True.
Freeman, what you going Aspilicueta? Yeah, Aspie.
I'm gonna go with James as well, though. I'm gonna go with James. I like the young fire.
Cool. Dan Koogs.
I tried to steal that one on the technicality day.
I was on it, Dan. I was ready.
You know what, Dan? I think if you didn't say it, he might have and then he realized what you're doing. He's like,
you probably should have kept quiet for the next position as well.
You've kind of given away the tactic. What about you, Dan Koogs? Who do you have starting at right back? No pressure.
No, they can have James, man. That's cool.
Have James.
You got cool right backs, but they're looking a bit smelly still.
And Lewis, who do you have starting at right back?
Yeah, like I said, it's really poor quality. Maybe Cho. Yeah, maybe Cho at right back. How about that, lads? Eh? How about that? Yeah, go on. No, I have Cho in there.
Yeah, I've Cho in there. Okay, cool. So we've got Mendy and we've got Reece James. Centre backs. I like to do these as 2 players, and the 2 that get the most, they'll get their gigs as the starters.
This should be quick and easy, man.
I'll start with you, Freemium. Who's your centre back pairing?
Oh, what a goal!
Centre back pairing. Let me think about that for a second. I'm gonna go with Thiago Silva and it's tough because I've got to choose between the Rudy Gulag and the AC Penitentiary. Just because he's a Cobham boy. Oh, actually, you know what? No, I'm gonna go with the Cobham. I'm gonna go with Christensen.
You're gonna go Christensen and Silva. Okay, cool. Babs.
I'm gonna echo those choices, man. You know, we've got quite a few quality centre backs. I'm surprised he didn't go Chalobah. Like, I'm sure the Touchy boys would have loved to have him. So
he hasn't played a Premier League game yet, has he?
No, yeah.
I mean, he literally just had his Premier League debut.
All right, well. You Chelsea boys always go overboard, man. Look, Chelsea boys calling Christensen top 3 in the league.
Hey, of recent, it's like a crazy shout anymore.
No, it is a crazy shout.
So you're going with the same pairing, okay? Dan Koogs, what's your centre back pairing, sir?
I'll go Thiago Silva and Gabriel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Same.
And Lewis.
Yeah, same. I don't think you can look past Gabriel. I think Gabriel is better than all of Chelsea's centre backs, bar Thiago Silva. And I like the fact they're both Brazilian. I think that worked quite well.
Okay, so we've got Thiago Silva and Gabriel. We've got Thiago Silva and Christensen. So Thiago Silva gets in because you all voted for Thiago Silva. Christensen has 2 votes and Gabriel has 2 votes. When we have a tie here, Freemium, the host decides. Pick one of your 2 people to be the spokesperson for said player. Freeman or Babs, who wants to convince me of Christensen's merits?
I'll go for Christensen.
Okay, and then before you go, Babs,
Okay.
who's going to convince me of Gabriel's merits? Dan Koogs or Lewis?
What do you fancy, Dan?
Convince what?
They're not sounding too confident, are they?
No, wait, hold on, Koogs. Koogs, hold on. He's not even listening. What we said is it's a Russian standoff. So Babs will be pitching for Christensen first, and we were asking who's going to do the job for Gabriel. Oh, Babs has run off. Who's going to do the job for Gabriel for Arsenal? Is that going to be you or is that going to be Lewis, Dan Koogs?
Yeah, I don't mind doing that. I was looking for stats. That's why I zoned out a little bit.
Doing that. That's fine. Okay, so Babs, go on. Adrian Christensen, sell him to me.
I think it's an easy choice. You know, you looked at when Thiago Silva went out injured. A lot of people were saying that, hey, look, this will be Chelsea's defense absolutely and utterly just crumbling. But we saw in last season's performances against Liverpool, against Atletico Madrid, against Real Madrid, this guy was nothing short of top quality. You know, he's really, really stepped up of recent. And hey, he's really just another advertisement of the quality that we see at Cobham. You know, his on-the-ball ability is amazing. He's definitely a lot better of a ball player than centre back than a Gabriel anyway. And not just that, but 1v1 defensively, you very rarely see him get beaten. You know, we've seen it in the Premier League. You know, where we had top strikers like Aguero, you know, struggling to get by him. So I feel like it's quite an easy choice for me to go Christensen.
Okay, and Dan Koogs, Gabriel. Why Gabriel?
Yeah, I think Gabriel, ever since he's been in the Premier League, he's been imperious. As we mentioned, we had the 3rd best defensive record last season. I know Chelsea had a good record as well, but Christensen didn't really play that many games for them before Tuchel came in. We've seen him for a long, long time in this Premier League. He's been a shaky warrior, Christensen. You know, he was getting bullied. He's been getting ragdolled. And I think, you know, sort of 3-4 months, is it enough for us to start saying that this guy is now a top quality centre back? We've seen him play in a 3 at the back. That's when he's looked decent. Do you know what I mean? When he's got the protection of 2 more defenders on the pitch. Gabriel's been able to do it in the 2, been able to marshal his side completely. And we've seen him in the opposition's penalty box as well. He's a beast in the air. Scored 3 goals last season, you know, including one on his debut. So for me, it's a non-contest, man. Gabriel all day.
Wow, that was brilliant.
You know what, Koogs?
Loves every minute.
I'm buying what you're selling. Let's put Gabriel in there.
Jeez.
Next position, left back. We'll start with you, Lewis. Who's our starting left back?
KT, come on, it has to be KT. They don't even like Chilwell. They hate him.
Okay.
Has
Kieran
to be
Tierney.
KT. Has to.
Dan Koogs.
Yeah, Kieran Tierney. I think, you know, we were very diplomatic with the right back situation. We just gave it to the better right back, and I think these Chelsea lads have to do the same. Just give it to the better left back.
Honor. Yeah, have some honor.
Okay. Babs, left back.
Honor and my name does not exactly, it doesn't really go together, does it? And
That's
if
fine.
I'm going to be completely honest,
That's fine.
if I'm going to be completely honest, I would have given it to Tierney. I happily would have given it to Tierney. But as Morayo knows, we say in NBA, availability is one of the best things you can have in any sort of sports. And when you've got guys like Kieran Tierney trying to be, the hard guy, wearing short sleeves in winter, and all of a sudden he's got pneumonia, missing half a season. Look, I don't know about you, Morayo, but I need my left back to be available, and that's something that Chilwell has been able to prove. We've seen it in Champions League finals, we've seen it during the league for Leicester, we've seen it during the league for Chelsea. Now this guy is Mr. Available. So for me personally,
Mr. Available.
I'm gonna go with Ben Chilwell.
Jesus, Mr. Available. Fucking hell.
Hey, Lewis, man, there is a reason why you guys have to sign a backup left back.
Everyone needs a backup left back.
Hey, not all of us need for pneumonia.
He didn't have pneumonia.
How about yourself, Freeman? Who's your left back, sir?
I think I'm gonna have to go with Champions League winning left back Ben Chilwell, just because the quality and the output. Like, I don't know, man. It's tough, but like Ben Chilwell was really in there with the goals and assists last season, man. He was a key player in our Champions League run. I can't. If they had said Saka, I might consider, but they didn't. They said Tierney, and Tierney's just like, I don't know, man. Like Tierney's like a mid-table left back, and Ben Chilwell was a solid Champions League standard left back. So I'm going to go.
By the way, we're talking about ability and availability. Yeah, Tierney and Chilwell had the same Premier League appearances last year.
Oh, dunk on him! Fuck off, Babs. Get out of town. Get out of town. Pussy.
Wow.
Pussy.
Okay. Listen, I'm not going to even do what we did last time because for me, the choice is clear this time. Gabriel and Christensen, I wasn't so sure. I'll go with Kieran Tierney starting left back for this one. Cool. So we go into midfield now. We start with the defensive midfield position. We'll come back to the Chelsea boys. Freemium, who do you have starting in defensive midfield?
We're going to go with Jorginho. I mean, I don't feel like it's debatable. I mean, who do Arsenal have? Xhaka?
You know how to say his name, mate. You know how to say his name. You're not silly.
But I'm sorry, it's just not a debate, is it? Like, come on now.
And I'm going to go across to Babs.
Hey, man. Euro winner, Champions League winner, Ballon d'Or nominee, J5. Listen, man, it's an easy choice. We all know it's an easy choice. Let's just get this guy. Let's just get this over and done with. All right.
I couldn't agree more, but let's see what the Touchy Gooners have in store for us. Lewis, defensive midfielder.
Yeah, Jorginho, it's fine.
Thank you. And Dan Koogs, defensive midfielder.
Yeah, we'll give it to him. So that's fine.
Okay, cool. Nice. So we've got two in front. I'll ask for two names here. I'll start with you, Dan Koogs. You got your two as in front of the defensive midfielder.
What, so we doing a 4-3-3?
No, we're doing a 4-2-3-1. My bad.
I was going to say.
Ooh, hold on. So that's Jorginho double pivot, yeah?
Jorginho, yeah.
You guys are content with that?
Kante. Let's keep it moving.
And who have you got beside Jorginho, Dan Koogs?
It's got to be TP5, my friend.
Yeah.
TP5.
Who's that? I'm not familiar with who that is, bro.
Thomas Partey.
Who?
It's like a new brand of toilet paper, man.
Let's be serious, man. let's be serious.
Actually, let's do 4-3-3. Let's do 4-3-3.
No. It was a nice attempt. It was a nice attempt.
Okay, cool. Lewis,
Actually, in that case, because I forgot. I forgot that we were doing 4-2-3-1.
Yeah, that's why I asked about. Are you guys? You want Jorginho in that double pivot? Yeah.
No, I don't want Jorginho. I want Thomas Partey and Kante. That is the ultimate Premier League centre midfield partnership. Partey and Kante. Fucking hell. I'll tell you what, Chelsea. I'd even give you Thomas Partey. Yeah, just so I could see it happen. Just so I could see it happen. All right.
We'll take him too, man. We'll take him. We need a fourth midfielder.
Cool. All right.
We do need a fourth midfielder.
Lewis's pair is Kante and Partey. Dan Koogs, is your pair also?
Yeah,
Kante
I'm the same. I think we got off track with that 4-3 a little bit.
Koogs looks absolutely flabbergasted right now. He doesn't know what the hell is going on right now. Let's be serious, man. It's Jorginho and Kante. Let's just
Jorginho and Kante.
And Jorginho's better Partey. Jorginho's better Partey.
Yes,
And-
do you
and
guys honestly
premium.
believe? Do you guys honestly believe that Jorginho is a better footballer than Thomas Partey?
Yeah, you know what?
It
If we
must
were
be
talking about
crack.
better footballers,
No,
it'd be Christian over Gabriel. But what we're talking
It
about right
must
now,
be crack.
hey,
No, I'm asking you the question.
You don't credit right now, man.
Let's forget all of this. Let's forget all this. Oh yeah, we won the Champions League. He won the Euros. This that, and the other. I'm asking you objectively. Yeah, do you think if Partey was in those two sides, those teams are not picking up the trophy?
What side?
The Chelsea and the Italy side. As in, if you take Jorginho out
I
and
don't
you
think
put
so.
Partey in there,
I highly doubt it.
No, I doubt it.
I highly
Why
doubt
do you doubt
it.
it?
You know
Honestly,
what?
because
I
those teams
respect
are
I respect the
defensively
choice, man. Because what I know is Partey will probably be injured during those games. So I'm very happy with my
the
Jorginho
chat
and Champions
Mr.
absolutely
Availability. Look, availability FC. That's what Babs knows. Availability.
Got tapping
Availability.
notes from the Spurs
just
lot
about
saying
the technicality.
Partey better than Jorginho. Prashanth K saying Jorginho's better than Partey. Tapping Toes backs that up by saying we both know Jorginho's played better, no doubt, but Partey's a better footballer if I'm picking both. Jesse Richards.
Wait, sorry, was that Tobes?
That is Tobes.
This guy's trying to live an Ndombele lifestyle vicariously through Partey. I'm not having that.
What is Jorginho better at than Partey? Like, seriously.
Defense.
Seriously.
Defense.
Controlling the game.
Man said defense. What does that even mean? Defense.
Interceptions, tackles, reading the game, all of that.
He's better at Partey. Better than Partey. You're mad.
Of course.
He's a key cog
The Chelsea
in the
delusion
Italian
has got
national
your,
team.
got your brain. Like
He's a key cog in a Champions League winning team.
It's mad.
I mean, we can look at the
Stop
stats.
mentioning- Nobody gives a shit about the Champions League. Nobody cares that he won the Champions League. Brilliant. He's not better than Partey. That's it.
He's better than, of course, he's better.
No,
than
you
Partey.
asked me.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna need some decorum. So we've got Lewis and Dan Koogs going Kante and Partey, and we've got Babs and Freemium going Jorginho and Kante.
I haven't said Kante yet, but obviously read my mind. Obviously,
Yeah.
Kante,
Yeah, cool.
obviously. Ridiculous.
A double pivot. So again, it comes to me. Gosh, a double pivot. It's hard for me to pick Jorginho over Partey. I'll be honest with you.
Wow.
Guys. Yeah.
Because right.
Ryan knows
You're giving them Tierney, and now you're giving them Partey.
You don't know ball.
Yeah.
man.
Hey,
You don't know
I
ball.
need an
It's a lot of
individual
freebies.
judiciary board here to really look into this referee right now because
There's nothing to look
Look,
into.
at this discussion, yeah, we said four players like can get in. Do you get what I'm saying? You were disputing it, but now the evidence is there.
But we thought it was honest. We thought it was like, not just charity cases getting into.
It's not
You're
just
not
charity
being honest.
cases.
You're not
I
being
think
honest about
This is
Jorginho.
my son knows
You're not
the
being
judge
honest.
type of thing.
You're not being honest though.
I think
You're putting
we
that
are.
in because he
For
won
me,
the
it's hard.
Champions League. Like you're not being honest.
The one I wasn't sure about was Christiansen and Gabriel. Dan Koogs made a more compelling argument. It's hard for you to argue to me that Chilwell's a better fullback than Kieran Tierney. I'll be honest with you both.
Exactly. You're
And
not
in
being-
a double pivot, I'm gonna pick a player who's technically gifted and more athletic over Jorginho, who's not in a midfield three. So yeah, for me, it's pretty straightforward. In that regard. So we've got our three behind the striker. We'll start with the Chelsea boys. I'll start with you, Freemium. Who's your three behind your striker?
That's tough, man. So the three behind the striker, that is tough. I'm gonna go with Mount. Yeah. I'm gonna go with.
Are we doing all three at the same time, or are we doing position by position?
Let's do three.
yeah.
What's you guys' preference?
Hey, man, time is of the essence, man. Word to whiskey. Let's get this done.
This is tough.
Wait,
you know?
Okay, go on.
You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna go with Mount. I'm gonna go with Havertz, and I'm gonna go with Ziyech. Yeah. That's the three. That's the three right there.
Agreed.
Say that again. Mount, Havertz, and
Havertz,
Ziyech.
Ziyech. Yeah.
Okay,
that's the
cool.
three.
Is that the same three you've got as well?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, if as these guys, as they said, we're talking about the better footballers now, so that's easy. If you wanted to go with form, I may have, maybe slipped in ESR there, decent little player, but if we're talking better players, higher quality players, it's nothing short but easy.
So why have you included Mount then?
Because he's the better player. He's the better player.
He's not better than ESR, is he? He's not better than Erdegaard, is he?
It's light and day.
So why have you included Mason Mount? You've made a
Sorry,
boo-boo there.
what was
You've made a big
Odegaard's
boo-boo
numbers
there,
last
Babs.
season? What was Odegaard's numbers last season? Just out of interest.
What was fucking Havertz and Ziyech's numbers? What are you talking about?
I believe they were above 0. I believe that's the case.
Yeah, Odegaard was here for half a season. Odegaard was here for half a season.
In that half a season, did he register more than 0 in terms
Zero what?
of assists?
Yeah.
Yes.
How many assists did he get? I thought it was
You
0.
told me. You thought it was 0.
I thought it was 0. I swear.
You don't have the stats in front of you. You clearly don't have the stats in front of you.
I don't. Was it 1?
And that's more for you, my friend. You fucked up.
Was it 1?
You fucked up.
Let's just check real quick.
Why does it matter?
Because I feel like you're trying to.
You're already wrong. You're already wrong.
Trying to downplay Mount and say, "Oh yeah,
there is no zeros. There is no zeros.
You got the same number of open play assists as Mount did in the league last year. In half a season.
So total assists, how many total assists did he get?
I told you, open play.
You're saying I remember
being funny.
Me and Lewis had a pre-match pod just before that game, and he was absolutely distraught with how Odegaard was playing. He was talking about the lack of chances created. He was talking about the lack of impact.
All that sort of FB ref stuff, right?
Hey, Lewis was not impressed.
Hey man, Odegaard's on that expected threat chart. Yeah, that's what we're dealing with at the moment. You see that? Yeah.
These metrics you guys are pulling out. These metrics you guys are pulling out every year. Absolutely.
We're going to be head expected vibes.
Listen,
I can't keep up.
Listen.
Point of attack. There's all sorts of shit.
All right, cool.
Lewis and Dan Koogs, what are your 3 behind the striker?
Cool.
Luke, you want to go? Or
So the 3 behind the striker, yeah? So what was theirs? There was Mason Mount, Ziyech, and Havertz, right?
Yeah.
Well, number 1, ESR is getting in that team, okay? ESR is better than Mason Mount, all right? As a complete footballer, ESR is
a complete
Mason Mount. Yes.
Define complete.
ESR.
What about ESR is more complete than Mason Mount?
What about what?
What about ESR is more complete than Mason Mount?
The way he carries the ball, dribbles, first touch, shooting ability, like he's got it all. Emil Smith Rowe.
And how does this shooting ability translate to the game?
He's fantastic.
How many goals did he score last season? How does it translate?
Yeah, he's a young boy. He's a young boy playing in his
Hey, look, we're all young boys right here, man. We're all young boys right here.
I'm not a young boy. ESR is better than Mason Mount.
You're talking about his shooting ability, but how many goals did he score last season?
Oh, well, he scored 1 against you at Stamford Bridge.
Nice.
Yeah. He was man of the match against you lot at the Emirates, right?
Nice.
So you should know very much about this young man.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
you should know everything there is to know about Emil Smith Rowe. And how you have him above Mason Mount is how you have Mason Mount but above ESR is just ridiculous. It's just crazy.
Listen, man. Those 2 goals,
what's your 3? What's
I'm
your
not
3?
Sure how it's
Sam Spears, by the way, is a neek. You see Sam Spears?
That's Sam the Hockage. That's Sam the Hockage.
Oh, boy, that makes he's in the bottom 9% for dribbles. Oh, bottom 9%. What a loser, man. Get a fucking girlfriend, Sam. Jesus Christ. Get a girlfriend, Sam. Jesus, man. I'll tell you what, are there any girls listening? Are there any girls watching this stream? If there are, please message in the comments because I personally want to see Sam the Hockage get a fucking date. All right, 9 bottom dribbles. Fuck off, honestly, fuck off.
Don't kill me. Don't fucking kill me.
And do you know why that's so hilarious, Morayo? Because it's legitimately true. He is.
I know it is because I saw him discussing it earlier.
What does it even mean? I don't care. I don't even know what this shit means. No one cares.
You're the one saying
That's
he's
what
a
it
good
means.
dribbler. You're the one saying he's a
It
good
means
shooter. He's a good dribbler. But the stats aren't backing it.
So what?
It's a valid point.
It means that you're lying.
No, but the thing is, I know Pepe is not a good dribbler, but he'll be quite high in dribbling stats. I know Pepe's not. Is Pepe a good dribbler? Right, your silence is fucking telling, mate. Yeah, Pepe is not a good dribbler, but he shows high in dribbling stats. The stats mean nothing. They're bullshit. They're bullshit stats.
I don't know, man.
Our players' stats aren't bullshit. Just so you know that our players' stats are the real deal.
Stats are always,
Lewis.
it seems that stats are always bullshit when they don't back your argument.
No,
that's what it sounds like to me.
Lewis, hold on. I definitely know ESR is one of your 3. Who are the other 2?
Ziyech, I mean, what's this going off of? Pre-season form.
Listen, exactly. You guys didn't put Partey in over form. You guys put him because you put the better player.
No. I think
that's a fair point, Babs. That's a fair point, Babs.
That's simple.
I think he actually played better than Jorginho did in the
I'm trying to be fair here. If
you're not trying to be fair. You're trying to put Chilwell instead of Tierney. You tried to put Chilwell instead of Tierney. You're not being fair. You're not being fair. You're not being fair.
Why have you got an octave? Why have you got up an octave there, Babs?
You're not being fair. Anyway, can I do my team, please? Like, you've had your turn, right?
Yeah, go on.
Put in Ziyech based on pre-season form, essentially, right?
No, because we're talking about his whole career. We've seen it in the Champions League.
Career? What fucking career?
What are we talking? Okay, wait. So what are we talking about for Partey then?
What?
His career in Dutch League.
Man played in La Liga, you know, busting it up for fucking
Atletico Madrid. That's his whole career. Same for Ziyech.
What? So you're bringing up Ajax?
Listen, don't change the rules now because it doesn't suit you.
No one's choosing. I'm asking you what you put Ziyech in. You said you put him in for his career.
Yes, he's had an amazing career.
All right, brilliant, fantastic, amazing career. Whatever you say, man. No one fucking cares about Ziyech. Anyway, I would have Saka. I would have Saka in over Ziyech. I don't understand why Ziyech is even in his team.
What's your free, bro? What's your free?
All right. So, all right, fuck you lot, actually. I'm going Emil Smith-Rowe, Saka, and Odegaard.
Okay. Dan Koogs?
Yeah, that's my same three. I think on the
left. Koogs is sweating right now.
See this lump.
Hey.
Listen. Okay, cool. So every player has 2 votes. What are you showing me? Freemium, you've been showing me that for the last 5 minutes. What is that?
It's just a hella red bars for all of these dead bulls.
That's all these Chelsea man do. Fucking show us stats, bro. No one cares.
Look, man, cool. Anyway, so every player has 2. Every player has 2. And I'm gonna go with the Chelsea trio. I'm gonna go with
all 3.
Ziyech, Havertz. Yeah, Ziyech, Havertz, and Mount.
Oh, that's nasty, Morayo. That's nasty. You're putting Mount in there over Saka.
You guys have 4 players in the team.
Saka's gonna play where Ziyech plays.
That's nuts, Morayo. Saka can play on the left.
Huh?
Saka can play on the left.
That's nuts. Ziyech, who got 2 goals last season. 2 goals for Ziyech last season.
Right, if we go last season, I'd have to put Jorginho in.
Exactly. You can't change your tune.
I'm talking like right now. If you're picking 3 men behind the striker, right? Are you gonna and you have a left winger to pick? You're gonna put Mason Mount there over Saka?
Nah.
Mason Mount.
I'm not.
Okay, so Morayo, you're telling me you're gonna have Gabriel over Christensen.
I don't know anything about those 2. Who are they? I got a full clue about those
record.
You picked your 3. Let's go to number 9. Let's get this over and done with. Time is of the essence, man.
Yeah, no, Saka has to get in. Saka has to get in over Mount. Yeah, no, Saka has to get in over Mount. I agree.
You're talking about a Mason Mount who was pivotal in the Champions League run.
Oh, yeah. I think I'll sleep easy, Babs. Yeah, I think I'll put Saka in. Saka, Havertz, and Ziyech. Yeah, I like that 3. And then who's up top?
Lukaku. Done deal, man. We know that boy Aubameyang ever since he got that big contract. And before he ever talked about the big contract, he wasn't really playing up top for them. So, hey.
How many goals do you reckon Aubameyang would score?
I'm honestly surprised you guys didn't put Aubameyang on the left wing because that would.
How many goals do you reckon Aubameyang would score for Inter Milan in Serie A?
I don't know.
I reckon more than.
How many Lamborghinis do you reckon would be crashing in Serie A?
I reckon more than. I reckon more than Lukaku would.
He said, "How many Lambos do you reckon?"
No, it's a serious question though. A serious question. How many goals do we reckon Aubameyang scoring for that Inter side?
I don't know
because Lukaku did a lot of his own stunts. To be fair,
did he?
He scored a lot of his own goals.
He led the team in goals and assists, man. That's difficult to do.
Man, it's not easy feat. And he actually started on top. He wasn't being.
I'm asking you guys. I'm asking you a question. How many goals do you think Aubameyang would score for that Inter Milan side? I'm not
15,
talking about
less than Lukaku.
15. Are you happy now?
You think Aubameyang is scoring 15 goals in Serie A?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
crack.
bro.
It's crack.
It's not crack. It's water, B.
100% crack.
It's water.
It's water.
Yeah, we gotta stay hydrated over here, fam. We gotta stay. That's water, bro.
It's water.
Stay hydrated.
Gotta stay
Okay.
hydrated, man.
So Babs has gone with Lukaku freemium.
It's the obvious choice, man. I mean, we're talking about
Lukaku,
Lukaku.
okay.
Yeah, he's a legend.
Dan
it's the
Koogs.
Lukaku doesn't
Who you
have
got
a
up
better
top?
Prem record than Aubameyang. How does Lukaku have a better Prem record than Aubameyang? He definitely does not have a better Prem record than
Lukaku's
Aubameyang.
one of the Lukaku's got over 100 Premier League goals, man.
Yeah, well, obviously
How
he's
is
played in the
Lewis getting
season for
upset
how
by a
long?
hypothetical
From
question
80.
they're asking.
Of course, Lukaku's going to have more goals. He's played more seasons.
How many
But
seasons
in
has
terms of the
Aubameyang
record,
been in Arsenal?
3.
3. Oh, it feels like
Um,
it's been
3.5. 3.5.
Jermaine D is asking a question. How many goals did Orba get for AC Milan?
Oh, that's
What's
an
What's
nasty one. I
that
can't
got
lie.
to do with anything? What's that got to do with anything? But
He was like-
that was
the
like,
same
was like
Milan,
fi-
bro.
like
He was
fucking
20 years
15,
old.
like 15 years ago. Brilliant point, Jermaine. No wonder you ain't fucking repping Chelsea on it.
Aubameyang's Prem goal to game ratio is 0.6 and Lukaku's is 0.4 in the league. So
Wow.
No,
That's
wait,
fair enough.
whoa.
But another good point you've got to remember
Wow.
there is Lukaku came into the Premier at 18 and he was
So?
battling it up.
Yeah,
Aubameyang
well,
came
I'm just-
Aubameyang's been
And
playing
if we're talking
left
about
wing.
right now.
No one's asking for your
Hey.
context. No one's asking for your context. He literally read out the stats, and this guy who said that Lukaku has a better Prem record than Aubameyang is incorrect. It's false. Stop spreading fake news, guys. All right, it's not true. Okay, Aubameyang's Premier League
Lewis
record is
Trump, yeah?
infinitely better than Lukaku's. All right, let's have it right.
Yeah, I mean, you got to look at the team that they played for, man. Lukaku, you're talking about Lukaku out on loan playing for West Brom. Man.
Lukaku played
And
for Manchester
playing for-
United, the second biggest club in
Yeah,
England.
bruv, United
and he had
stink,
and
man. They
he
stink.
scored how many? And how many did he score?
Interesting. I've just seen the
United
stats as well.
stink.
That Dan Koogs, that was very nasty of you to do the 0.6 because it's actually 0.56 compared to
I was ready.
Lukaku's 0.45. That was really bad point.
So Babs, what's
Very
higher?
nasty.
0.56 or 0.4? Which one's higher?
My
I
stat
said
man here.
0.45. That's what a 0.9 difference or a 1 difference. It's not exactly that much.
Yeah, that is a lot.
It's
It's
10%.
not a lot. It's not a lot.
And if you look at the assists as well,
The margins, mate. It's the
Look,
margins.
This is tough. I'll tell you what. This is tough for me
Lukaku has
because
played for better sides as well. Lukaku has played for a better side as well.
this is tough for me
West
just
Brom
because
are a solid
I'm not sure how much of Aubameyang's stink is him just starting to decline, which is what I'm hearing from Arsenal fans, and how much of it is Arteta's system. But it's very hard to, based on what we saw last season, just dismiss that. Yeah, it was in Syria. I'll call it whatever you want, call it what you like. But Lukaku looks sharp. He looked really sharp. And until he proves otherwise, based on what I have presented in front of me, I'm gonna go with Romelu.
Not based on the career now, no. It's based on strictly last season now.
We haven't where have we based it on careers?
Well, what's it? You put Ziyech in over his career.
No, we put Ziyech in for being a better player. We put lots of players in.
Exactly.
It was for being a better player.
Scary.
Listen. If we want to
It's
go
scary.
back, we'll have to retrospectively go.
Very
look.
scary,
Yeah,
man.
You've done well,
Yeah,
man.
man.
You've done
You've
well.
done well,
You've
Lewis.
done
I've got
well.
CB.
You
I've got
don't push it. Don't push it, man. Don't push
Hey,
it, Lewis.
you had me the first off. I won't lie.
You don't push it, man. Don't push it, Lewis.
That's a scary
Position
team.
by position, you'll go with different criteria, and we still have to do the throwback. So let's get this.
No,
sorted.
fuck the throwback, man.
It was your idea.
It was your idea.
It was your idea. Oh my god, Lewis, don't kill me. All right, so we've got as our combined team 4-2-3-1 formation. We've got Mendy in goal. We've got Reece James at right back. We've got Thiago Silva in a partnership with Gabriel. Left back is Kieran Tierney. A double pivot of Kante and Partey. Our 3 attacking midfielders behind our strikers Ziyech, Havertz, and Saka. And up top we've got Romelu Lukaku and Dan Koogs. Once Saka got put in the team, you visibly relaxed. Like that was your combined.
I got my four in there, mate. I got my four in there. Yeah?
Your shoulders visibly relaxed. Like, oh gosh.
So wait, so how many Arsenal players are in the team?
4.
Like I said, 4.
There was a lot of contention in the chat.
Well, I think Emil Smith-Rowe should be in the team. So
Yeah.
listen, I think you. We've already explained it, mate. Freeman, if you don't want to listen, that's completely up to you. But
you lot would have got.
You're going to play these young players into relegation, man.
You lot should have gone with.
That's funny because all your fucking loan players get relegated.
That's fine. They don't play for us no more, man. They're out, man. Just like you should be saying.
Let's finish, guys. Let's wrap up. Let's quickly whiz through this all-time 11. What formation do you want there, Babs?
4-4-2.
4-4-2, man. You gotta go 4-4-2.
4-4-2. Let's
There's only one person called Babs here.
Let's take it back.
I'm feeling 4-3-3.
Okay, 4-3-3. Let's go. Who's in goal? We'll start with you, Babs.
Petr Cech. Easy job.
Premium?
Easy money.
Yeah, man. I think all 4 of us should agree on that, man.
Dan Koogs.
Yeah, you can have Cech. I think Siemens our best.
Arsenal check, yeah?
No.
Chelsea check pre-head thing as well. But cool.
Well, that was like half his career, though.
Yeah, and then the other half was without it.
I tell you who had a good Premier League career and didn't fucking suffer a head injury that crocked him was Jens Lehmann, mate.
You picked
head
wow.
injuries, yeah.
Wow. That is
discrimination. On
that is a look. That is disgusting.
Crazy, man. I never thought to the day.
Whoa.
You're disgusting, man.
Lewis.
I'm not engaging with that from Lewis, and we're just putting Petr Cech in the team. Who we got at right back? Let's start again with. I don't want to start with you, Lewis. I want to talk to you for a minute. Dan Koogs, who we starting at right back?
Right back. Who do we even have?
Oh, it's easy, Dan. Cameroonian international.
What, Lauren, yeah?
Yeah, come on.
We'll slap him there, man. That's an
Got to be
invincible.
Lauren.
Okay,
That's
Lauren.
nice.
Okay. Freemium, who have you got starting at right back?
I'm gonna have to go with Ivanovic. Yeah.
What?
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
I just
but
saw Babs' face drop. Babs, who have you got?
That
Babs, who you got at right back?
It's easily Ivanovic. It's easily Ivanovic. He saw from the moment he came in the league in 2008. Is an amazing impact all the way through to 2014-15 when he won the last Premier League. I think it's easy. The guy was impetuous.
How is it easy?
Absolutely imperious.
How is it easy?
Not only was he amazing,
We've seen names like Lauren, Sanya, Lewis.
No, Lauren was better than Sanya.
Lewis, who's your right back?
Yeah, Lauren. Invincible Lauren. Part of one of the best defensive of all time. Great going forward. Great defensively. Just a top right back. Proper top right back. Probably one of the most underrated right backs of all time, I would say.
I'm surprised the Chelsea guys didn't go with Aspi. That would have been.
Would have gone Aspi, but you just have to look at some of the stuff that Ivanovic did throughout his career. Like,
yeah, you're gonna have to remind me. My main memory of him is getting bitten by Luis Suarez.
My main memory of Ivanovic is him getting pammed for the last 10 years.
No.
When he fell off, he fell off. When he fell off,
he fell off. But you got to remember, he fell off for one season.
No.
One season.
He literally...
It was the 16-17 season. I remember it vividly. It was one season where he played like 15 games. Like, I don't think you can just completely tar his entire career after that.
I can if it's like 6 years. If it's like 6 years...
Look, wait, Lewis, let me finish my point. If you look from 2008 through 2014-15, through his prime, what right back in the league were better than him? You know, Ivanovic was a prem player last season as well. We didn't see him. Yeah, but he wasn't a prem player for Chelsea, was he? Yeah, I'm just saying, innit? Just saying. It's been longer. It's been longer than you think, Babs. I know, but I'm just talking about his Premier League career at Chelsea.
Yeah, I have to agree with Star Gun. I think Aspi has been a better right back for you guys than Ivanovic.
Yeah, both Champions League. What can I say? It could be Aspi, it could be Ivanovic.
I'm not sure. Okay.
Exact. Thank you, Tobes. Aspi from 09 to 2015 was a monster. Absolute monster. I'm actually sickened by the fact that these guys are trying to run agenda here now.
No, it's not an agenda. It's not an agenda. You're going on like Lauren wasn't quality. Lauren won.
I didn't say.
Lauren won 3 Premier League titles and was one of the. Yeah,
Man,
I was part
that's
of.
Crazy.
It was two.
How
Sorry,
many
it was
did
two.
Ivanovic win?
It was two. Sorry, it was
How many
two.
did Ivanovic win?
And that's
How many
fine.
did Ivanovic win?
That's fine. You lot spent a shitload of money to come and win
Oh,
Premier League
here we
titles.
go.
No,
Here we go.
you did.
Here
You
we
did.
go. The good
We
old.
did.
This is what
you guys
happens.
spent a lot of
No,
money.
he did though.
They
he
start
did.
listing
Am I wrong?
trophies,
Am I wrong?
and then they stop magically.
No, but am I wrong? Am I wrong?
You just magically stopped listing trophies. That's
You said we're talking about Premier League titles, and then all of a sudden you're not talking about Premier League titles no more. Let's
Yeah,
continue.
like
to
you look
talk about
at
Premier League
Ivanovic, 3
I'm
Premier
just
Leagues,
saying-
3
I'm just
FA
saying-
Cups, a Europa League, a Champions League.
I'm just
Listen, like
Okay,
how can they
cool.
speak for
Okay,
themselves?
all
I'm
right.
just saying,
Bab,
don't
Bab,
disrespect Lauren. That's all I'm
Bab,
saying.
you-
Don't disrespect Lauren.
Bab,
Because you're probably too young to know who he is. Yeah. So I'm not hearing your point. Freeman, I don't know how you're looking a bit older than Bab. So I don't know how old exactly you are. You may not know who Lauren is. I'm just saying, watch your mouth. Don't disrespect a legend, all right?
We've talked about him for this
And with
long.
all
That's
that being
that's
said,
respect, man.
All that being said, I'm going to go with Ivanovic at right back. Let's go to our centre back partnerships. Dan Koogs.
Sol Campbell, Tony Adams, straight.
He doesn't even believe it. He doesn't even believe it. That's what makes it
What do you mean I don't believe it? What do you mean I don't believe it? On ability,
Tony Adams is not fucking
No, but the thing is, no, the thing is,
ability.
no, but the thing is, Dan. The
Tony
thing
Adams
is,
is about as good as Rob Holding.
no, but the
Tony
thing is,
Adams is
no,
about
he
as good
isn't.
as Rob Holding.
No, he isn't. He's way better than Rob Holding. Way better than Rob Holding. Number one, and also, Murray, you're supposed to be neutral. Secondly, these Chelsea fans, they're going to be slutting to put a racist in the team, aren't they?
Yeah, don't try and
Don't try that one. I respect it.
What do you mean? Is it not important?
Is
Is it not important?
It's really
Is
not.
it not important?
It's really not.
Is the human side of football not important? I'm
No,
not putting John
we're
Terry
talking
in my
about
team.
them as footballers.
No, we're not.
The guy
No, we're
for
not.
getting injured.
I don't want to put John Terry in my team. I want to put John Terry. I don't want him in any team. I think if you put
That's no
John
worries,
Terry
Dennis.
in any of your teams, I think you're a fucking disgrace. I think you're a fucking disgrace.
Is Lewis
Real talk.
currently telling
I'm-
4 black men how to
Aston
feel
Villa.
about racism?
I'm not telling you
I
how.
don't know about you,
I'm not
Morayo.
telling you how to feel.
I'm not talking
I'm not
to
telling you
me.
how to feel.
Yeah.
I'm saying I think it's a disgrace. I say I wouldn't put him in my team. I think it's a disgrace. I'm not saying how you
Apparently,
feel.
Tony Adams is
You
a
can feel
racist
happy
wife.
about that. You can feel sad about that. I don't mind. It's up to you. I'm just saying, yeah, the human side of things comes into play. Right? I'm not putting John Terry
What's
in my
your
team.
pairing? Just give us your centre back pairing and be
Sol Campbell,
on your
Tony
way.
Adams.
A minute ago, you were talking the wickedness about Petr Cech. I don't want to hear any moral standpoints from you, sir. Babs, what's your centre back partnership, sir?
I mean, for me personally, I can't exactly go about alcoholic at the back at centre back. So for me, I'm going to go.
Racist, but not alcoholic.
I'm going to
Racist,
go
but not
John
alcoholic.
Terry and Carvalho.
Wow.
Back-to-back Premier
Wow.
League titles. Conceding 15 goals in one of them. That's one of the greatest centre-back pairings you will ever see in the league title, and it's probably only second to Vidic and Rio Ferdinand. So I feel like it's easy money.
You're going
The two of them,
Cavalli and Terry, yeah?
the two of them won 3 Premier Leagues together. Hey, I feel like it's quite easy for me personally.
Campbell-
How about you, Freemium?
Campbell has to get in. Invincible.
Same, man. Same. Definitely, man. I mean, Terry's like a no-brainer, and Carvalho, man, that's just the pairing right there, man. That's just bread and butter together, man. That beans on
Yeah.
toast, that is.
Listen, if we're talking about the abilities of the centre back, Sol's definitely in the top 2. You could probably argue he's the best of the bunch. But do I split up a pair who played also with the keeper and the right back? And I think it's going to be a whole Chelsea back line at this point.
Are you crazy, Morayo? You're not putting Sol Campbell in there.
I'm talking out loud, you animal.
I'm sorry, like, I'm sorry, yeah. I'm sorry. I just can't.
Sol
have it.
Campbell was the best centre back in the land.
For
The
a few
best
years,
chance
he
at
definitely
defenders.
was.
You
Ashley
just don't
Cole,
like him
mate.
because he's talking.
John Terry. Was
I don't
holding
care about him
the
being Tory.
Sol
I'm just
Campbell.
saying. I'm just saying. Where's the logic?
Drunk
In-
alcoholic is
Where's
where
the
Chelsea
logic in
fans draw
taking
the
it? Yes,
line,
Sol
but not
Campbell is without a
racism.
doubt a better centre back than Ricardo Carvalho. But where is the logic in swapping him out when the whole back four is going to be a back
How
four that
much
plays
better?
together?
The logic
How-
is
The logic is they would be better.
Yeah, it's an individual position.
That's not exactly how the game
I don't
works,
know.
man.
That's not how partnerships necessarily
how the
work,
part-
is
it's
it?
not
Yeah,
how
low
it's-
CV.
Where do we
Like
do
you just put a Vidic and a Terry together, it just doesn't work.
Nah, I'm sorry. I'm not having this, man. I'm not having this.
You don't have to have it, but hey, I'm trusting in the referee right now to make.
I'm going with a partnership. Carvalho and John Terry. I'll acknowledge Sol Campbell is definitely a better centre back than Ricardo Carvalho. That goes without being said.
You've just given them a free spot.
We might as well just because the Chelsea team gelled so well together. We might as well put the whole fucking Chelsea team in there.
It's specific partnership. It's partnerships, bro.
That's a
All
different
right, cool. We've got partnerships then. We
have. And let's go left back now. It's going to be interesting to hear this little joust. I expect to hear the same.
Well, we made him.
Well, we know which one was better. So who's your left back, Lewis?
Ashley Cole, but Arsenal was Ashley Cole.
Yeah, Dan Koogs.
Yeah, Arsenal's Ashley Cole.
Babs.
Hey, it's got to be Chelsea's Ashley Cole, man.
Freemium.
That's where he really.
Yeah, man. Best left back in
They
the world.
turned him into.
He went to Chelsea as the best left back in the world.
Okay.
They turned him into defensive Ashley Cole. You never saw.
Remember how sick Ashley was at Arsenal?
But again,
That was sick, man.
you never saw it.
I think it was a better balance.
Don't get me wrong. He definitely improved at Chelsea defensively, but offensively,
I think overall he was better.
he played for a better side. Probably he played for a better side. I think.
Overall better.
And he won more accolades. He won more accolades and probably got the appreciation that he
How did he win
deserved.
more accolades? How did he win more accolades?
There's no Arsenal tax associated with him. Once he left.
But personally, I think we made him. He went to Chelsea as the best left back in the world. He was already the best left back in the world. Yeah, already the best left back in the world. He went to Chelsea as the best left back in the world.
What year did he go to Chelsea?
2006, 2006.
Yeah, who else was about them guys?
Zambrotta. Who knows, bro?
Yeah, that was a washed Zambrotta. Probably. Carlos was washed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Ashley Cole was probably the best left back in the world. He went to Chelsea as the best left back in the world. I understand.
What do you do? He solidified his legacy. That's what you went to do.
Fantastic, and he did really well. But I'm sorry. You took the world's best left back. He was already the world's best left back at Arsenal. So for me, it's got to be Arsenal's Ashley Cole. You didn't make him world class. He was already world class.
But as Morayo said, we made him a lot better, a lot more well-rounded.
You didn't make him a lot better. You just took away his offensive. You took away his.
You had the way better, more dynamic left back at Arsenal, man. You saw him joining the attacks. He was literally one of the best attackers.
I mean, it's not like he wasn't joining attacks for us. We can all remember Carlo Ancelotti's Chelsea. He was a stalwart for
didn't really see that at Chelsea. We didn't see that at all.
We saw it under Ancelotti.
The sauce was missing, man. There was
you
no
know what?
sauce there.
For this team, give me Arsenal's Ashley Cole.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Give me Arsenal's Ashley Cole.
I like that, man. I respect it.
Leave me alone, Lewis. What's your who's the defensive midfielder, boys?
You know what? I was gonna go. I feel like Makalele is like that's a quite easy choice for me, man. They only want to name the role after him. He had an amazing career.
He was the only player in the world doing it. That's why.
He had an amazing career at Madrid. He went on to have an even better career at Chelsea. I can't honestly think of any other players that played as a solo DM holding.
Are we sticking with this formation? Because
man. I would switch halfway through.
I don't like this formation.
Do you know what's killing me? The added wrinkle of Dan Koogs also sweating. It just adds an extra layer to it.
I don't like the formation because our best years were back in the day, innit? And
Lewis, you chose the formation for the other one. This is fair.
Yeah.
I didn't choose the formation.
You did. You chose the.
I said 4-4-2. I said 4-4-2.
No, for the previous one, you chose the formation. You did.
Yeah, but no one played 4-3-3 back in the day.
But Chelsea did. Anyway, Makalele. Who have you guys got? Dan Koogs, Lewis. Be quick about it. Come on. There's other battles to be fought, man.
No, well, we're saying 4-4-2. Our midfield should be the midfield for this team should be Vieira and Gilberto.
Yeah, 100.
Man, get out of here, man. Get out of here. Get out of here.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
What is your plan right now?
We have a formation. You're not listening. I'm trying to shoehorn a midfield pairing.
You man are talking about partnerships and all of this shit.
But then they don't want partnerships in there. That's why I see it. I see it.
Dan Koogs, the formation has been chosen. Who is the player you are going with? Please, gents, hurry this up. Come on.
Fine. Lewis.
Fine.
I'm gonna say the midfield three, yeah. I'm gonna say the midfield three, and this is what we're going with, yeah. I'm going Vieira, Fabregas, and
I only asked for a DM. You're doing a lot because I want to. Those two in front of the. No. You're trying to deliberate. We're not doing that. Pick your DM. No, we're not deliberating and trying to cheat the system, rig the game. Who's your DM, Dan Koogs?
My DM.
The sweat is what it's doing. Who's your DM?
We'll go Vieira, man. I think Vieira in terms of longevity, player of the season, team of the season. He was in the Premier League 8 years. Team of the season 6 times. You get me?
Okay, cool. And then you, Lewis.
And you put me in an awkward position here, mate.
He's botched it, hasn't he, Lewis?
I don't think he's botched it. I think the difference is right. We're looking at Patrick Vieira. Patrick Vieira came to the Premier League in 1996, right? Yeah. The way football was played back then is different to the era we're talking about now. It's different to the Makelele era that you're talking about with Chelsea's team. So Vieira essentially was an old-fashioned box-to-box midfielder, essentially, right? Where it was a case of if you go, I stay, and vice versa. So yes, he was a defensive midfielder, but he also could play as the offensive midfielder in a 2 as well. So could Vieira play as a DM? Of course, he could play as a DM. He was adept at doing that.
Man. If my guy had 2, should be a back. All right,
hurry up.
There's a lot of ifs, buts, and maybes.
Yeah, who's your DM? So Lewis, you're going with Vieira as well, yeah? Cool. So it's my choice between Makelele and Vieira. Like Bab said, Makelele kind of made the role his own in this country
because he was the only player playing it.
Whatever. For me, you put Vieira as one of your 2 midfielders, and he gets in regardless of who he goes up against. As a DM, he started to play DM when his legs went. Like if we're talking about the best Vieira that we saw at Arsenal, this was a box-to-box midfielder.
All right, let me change my mind then.
I'll
go Makelele. No, I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to go Makelele. I'll go Makelele.
It's fine.
In the true 4-4-2 era, come on.
If we're doing 4-3-3, I can say Vieira again, Connor.
No, I feel like you say them once and then that's it.
Go on, take Makelele then. Take Makelele.
What do we think, guys? Can we use players and can we keep naming players until they get in the team?
No. It's fine.
Thierry Henry right wing. Thierry Henry left wing. Thierry Henry.
You wouldn't let me say my 3, so I can say him again.
Okay.
That's true.
All right, cool. No. So Makelele is a DM. Now the 2 in front of the DMs. I'll start with you, Lewis.
Vieira, Fabregas.
Easy.
Dan Koogs.
Yeah, same.
And that's Arsenal Fabregas, by the way.
What Fabregas would it be? Babs, your 2 in front of
I'm going to try and sneak Lampard in there, you know.
Lampard and Kante.
Sneak.
Easy money.
Enter for the front.
Striker, man. Stop it.
You want Kante and Makelele in the same team?
I mean, let's be honest. We're talking about legend here. We're talking about a living legend. So let's just pay some respect to Kante.
Kante and Makelele in the same team. Oh, my Lord.
I'm sorry. What's wrong with that?
Who's your partnership?
Definitely Kante and Lampard. Definitely. Clearly.
Better than Vieira and Fabregas.
We've said it already.
This is difficult.
I'm gonna play football here.
You know, right? On a normal day, I would have given Vieira, but from the fact that you guys are saying, we're gonna have Vieira in DM, we're gonna have Vieira at centre back, we're gonna have Vieira right wing, we're gonna have Vieira.
Guys, listen to this midfield.
Repeating the name until they get in.
Listen to this midfield. Listen to this midfield they just named: Kante, Makelele, and Lampard.
Hey, under a prime Jose Mourinho, you know they're doing a 3P.
Nobody wants to watch that shit. Nobody wants to watch that
it, baby,
shit.
because we're going to be winning. We
Let's
are going to be winning.
Makelele, Vieira, Fabregas.
You see the badge. You know the badge.
Vieira, Fabregas, Makelele. That is a midfield.
Vieira, Fabregas, Makelele probably would be the best midfield of all time.
Why don't you just drop Vieira and throw Lampard in there? Is that something?
No, because Vieira's better than Lampard.
You guys I've named Vieira at least 5 different times tonight.
Because he's that good. He's that good. He's literally that good, man. He's literally that good.
I'll be honest with
right
you.
wing.
Ain't nobody paying to watch Makelele, fucking Kante, and Lampard. That is the most dusted midfield.
That's a run, that midfield.
I'll be honest with you guys. I'll be honest. Come on, let's get a bit of decorum. This is probably the hardest decision anyone will ever really have to make. These are all Premier League legends: Vieira, Fabregas, Lampard, Kante. For me, the best of the bunch is Vieira, so Vieira gets in. I am of the opinion that if you name a player for one position, you can't name them again. But Dan Koogs makes a valid point that why not? And
why not? That was the point.
Why not?
Why not? That was the point.
I didn't feel like you guys are laughing. It's a very simple point, but valid too.
I'm lost. You're like, you know what? We're gonna do it just because.
It's simple. Sometimes the beauty is in simplicity, guys. So Vieira gets in. Now the choice is between Lampard, Fabregas, and Kante. It's thinking about how these players, like I mentioned, it's thinking about how these players work together. Vieira and Kante, I'm not going to do that. We don't really want to see that because whatever two that's playing in front of your DM, Vieira is probably going to be the one who's asked by the manager to do a bit more of the defensive legwork. Then you've got Fabregas against Lampard. Frank Lampard is obviously Chelsea's all-time top scorer, 200 odd goals from midfield. But Fabregas at Arsenal was fucking hell, man. That was a hell of a player.
This is nasty, man.
Was he a hell of a player?
Was he an 8 at Arsenal?
Was a hell of a player.
He was an 8.
He was an 8.
He wasn't
He was
a
an
10.
8.
Played in the midfield 3. Played in the midfield 3.
Which one wasn't a 10, more of a 10?
Like a little hybrid.
It was a bit more of a 10, let's be honest.
Wait, you're telling me Lampard was a fucking 8? You're telling me Lampard was an 8?
Yes.
Well, fucking Lampard was a striker.
Lampard was a supporting striker. Come on, let's
come off it.
You honestly cannot say you're going to.
And it's fine if you want to change. If you want to change formations, it's fine. Do that.
I am going to say Fabregas over Lampard. I am.
Wow.
Fair enough. I am going to say Fabregas over Lampard.
Fair enough.
The fucking butcher. All right, cool. So now we've got a front three. Who have you got as your right-sided attacker? We'll start with the Chelsea boys.
It's a tough one. I feel like Robin has a good shout there.
Robin,
definitely.
Robin has a good
Wait, is your right side that weak?
You've got Juan Mata as well. That's another good choice.
Wait, is your right wing actually that weak? Like you haven't had any better right wingers than this?
You got Idea, good Johnson. There's quite a couple of choices. I mean,
Gianfranco Zola.
You chose 4-3-3 for this. You chose 4-3-3 for this.
There's a couple
you
choices.
You lot are fucked up. Do you know why you lot are fucked up?
Why?
You lot are fucked up.
Tell us.
You lot are fucked up, man.
But for me personally,
because you guys are not going to be able to get your striker in the team, right? But your best ever player, Didier Drogba, is not going to make the team.
That's no
worries. You guys should have gone 4-4-2. You guys should have gone 4-4-2.
That's no worries, Lewis. That's no worries, Lewis. Because we're
going to respect you putting on his name, though. I like it.
Exactly, man. I like it.
Isn't their best ever player Lampard or Terry?
No, I don't recognize Terry as a footballer, so.
Fair enough, man. Babs and Freeman, I'm gonna have to push you.
I'm gonna have to go with Juan Mata. Like we haven't seen a player.
Man United's Juan Mata, or
no? Let's be serious, man. Let's be serious. Let's show some absolute respect to Juan Mata. We saw what he was doing when he was at Chelsea, man. Like the guy was an absolute phenom. Like the numbers he put up, the performances he put up. They were absolutely ridiculous. You know, when he came in his first season, he got what 13 assists. His second season, 11 goals, 12 assists. He was an amazing player, probably one of the most entertaining players you're going to see in the front line in any Premier League.
For 2 seasons, basically, yeah.
Okay, and what's your point?
No, I was just asking. Is it for the 2 season duration?
It is. It is, Lewis.
All right, cool.
Cool. And Freeman, I'm assuming you're agreeing that.
I mean, the case.
Audacious said play Kante right wing.
Oh God. Cool. So freemium. So we got Mata. Lewis, who are you going with right wing for the Arsenal?
Has to be the invincible Freddie Ljungberg, an amazing goal scorer from the wing. I think he scored, over 50 goals for Arsenal. Just he took the league by a storm. Part of 2 league winning sides. Yeah, man. Like he was a goal scoring midfielder before we knew what goal scoring midfielders were. Like he really brought to the table.
He loved the third man run. I'll give him that.
He loved it. Absolutely loved it. Scored in big games. He scored in finals against this mob. Like he was just has to be right wing.
Okay. Oh gosh, Ljungberg. How about you, Dan Koogs? Who you got on the right wing?
Yeah, it's got to be Freddie, man. It's got to be Freddie. You saw he's idol for many current generations footballers, man. You got Harry Kane with the red stripe.
You got a towel over there, man. You got a little something over there.
Hey, Babs, man, chill on me, innit? Yeah. Yeah, man. It's got to be Ljungberg, man. No brainer.
Yeah. I can't do it. I can't put Freddie Ljungberg in my team. I can't do it. I can't do it. Sorry. There's got to be one Matter. I can't believe one Matter gets into a combined Arsenal.
To be honest, we could have said maybe Alexis Sanchez.
You could have said Alexis. You could have. You might have even been able to sell me.
Alexis didn't play right wing, so it didn't feel right.
Yeah, I respect that. I respect that. So yeah, guess on the options presented to me, it has to be one Matter. So now we go across to the left hand side. We'll start with the touchy Gooners. Lewis, so you got something on the left hand side.
Robert Pierre.
Is that how you say his second name, or you just botched it?
Robert Pires. Robert Pires is my guy. I think he scored three seasons in a row, like 14 goals each in the league. He was just.
He won Player of the Year as well.
Player of the Year. He was incredible, absolutely incredible. Like I think he was just like
amazing player.
He was. I think it was Wenger who said something like, on the right, he's a good player. On the left, he's world class.
He was like one of the first players that we saw like playing the inverted kind of winger type of role, and that was a trend that followed.
Cool. Your secondary goal scorer. So Koogs, who you got on the left?
It's got to be Bobby, man. World Cup winner, Euros winner with France. Double winner. What's your thoughts
on Wenger hooking him in the 2006 final?
Yeah, it's a techie one still.
I think he went for the guy with the most legs, innit? I think at that point Pires had just come off the back of that serious knee injury, and Pires didn't really have the legs that he used to have, and we were going to be up against it for the whole game. So
he seemed to suggest that he thought it was personal because he hadn't signed a new contract as well. Do you think there was anything in it there?
No, I don't think so. I think tactically, when you look at it, that makes the most sense of the player to bring off.
Yeah, agreed. It was an old Pires, wasn't it? Yeah. Babs, who you got on the left for Chelsea?
I've got left, man. I've got the 19-year-old League One winner. League One winner, multiple Premier League winner, Premier League Player of the Year, the face of the Premier League.
I forgot about him. Wow.
The face of the Premier League.
He gets it. I thought Pires had that, but I forgot about
this guy who was carrying the team.
Just say the name. Say the name.
Coquelin spinning.
Let's say the name.
Eden flipping Hazard. Game over, man. It's done.
Easy.
Eden Hazard's better than Robert Pires.
Yes.
Of course, man. What kind of question is
face
that?
of the Premier League, man.
Yeah.
Of course.
Come on. It's Hazard. Come on.
Is it
Hazard? It is Hazard.
Tell the truth.
It's even Hazard. Come on. Let's not do this, man. It's Hazard.
I don't think Hazard's better than. Pires would never have seasons like Hazard's had at Chelsea.
That's nice.
Four Chelsea player of the year.
I'm talking about the bad ones, mate.
The one off season, yeah. The one off season.
No, it's the bad ones.
No.
That's lovely, man.
Yeah, not singular.
That's lovely, man. That's lovely.
Yeah, it's a tie break here. I completely forgot about Eden Hazard, which tells you.
But doesn't that speak
everything.
volumes? Doesn't speak volumes though.
I think
Chelsea
it says,
career.
I think it
We're
says
talking
everything
about
about
all-time
what's
Chelsea
happened to him at
all-time
Real Madrid.
Arsenal careers.
Yeah, man.
But I'm gonna go.
Still have
I'm
nightmares.
gonna go with Eden Hazard.
Stan, man. Stan. I like
And up top,
Thierry Henry, man.
Yeah, just let's just do it. Let's do
The
it.
greatest
You know,
player to ever play in the Premier League, man. We'll give him. We'll give him that. Give him
the
that, man.
only time Babs has ever showed honor for Henry.
Bro, was that the only time?
It should have been 4-4-2. If we had 4-4-2, then we get Bergkamp in over Mata. So
Oh no, does Bergkamp get in over Lampard?
of course he gets in over Lampard. Have some respect for
Based
yourself.
on
Have some respect
based,
for yourself.
based on the goal against
Football,
Newcastle.
man.
No,
Based
based
on
on
against Newcastle.
based on everything that he did in the Premier League for about 10, 15 years, was it? How long was Bergkamp in the Premier League for?
It would have been about you found him around 27 and he stayed for about so fair enough.
Based on that,
Yeah,
mate.
but
I suggest you go
Lampard
back
had
and
a
look
long
at
career
some.
as well, man.
you know.
Lampard had a long career as well, man.
I guess we'll never know.
Fine.
So just to finish up with the 4-3-3, we have Petr Cech pre-head injury in goal. At right back, we've got Branislav Ivanovic. We've got a back pairing of Carvalho and John Terry. Arsenal, Ashley Cole, DM Makelele, Vieira and Fabregas. We've got Juan Mata on the right, Eden Hazard on the left, and Thierry Henry up top. Who wins? I'm not. It's Chelsea, right? Chelsea. Chelsea got 6-5, yeah?
Yeah.
I think it was 7 even.
Oh, 7-4. Oh,
Should have been 8.
Ivanovic, Terry, Carvalho, Makelele, Mata and Hazard. That's 7 players.
It would have been
Easy
6-5.
money. Easy money.
Hey,
Hey, Koogs, man. It's all right, man. You can go have a shower.
You know,
get
decided to
that sweat
put the
out of
race
your hair.
up in there.
I think Danku. I think that's kind of even up with your Vieira debacle. So I think we'll call it even. Yeah, we'll call that even. So lads, they never usually go this long, but like I said, always the combined 11 brings out the utter shamelessness in Lewis. He was arguing 1 point for one position, then another position doing a complete 180.
You know what, Lewis? I've got to give you a run.
Honestly,
You took a leap out of my book.
he had me forgetting what our criteria was. That's how good he is. That's how good he is at this.
Elusive.
You lot didn't think I could get 4 players in the team. I think I deserve.
He's argued ability at DM, an all-time career at right wing. Who scored more goals last week up top? Listen, man, you can't beat this Lewis guy. So I want to thank you all. Listen, Dan Koogs, you've been my MVP, man. That beading drip of sweat on your forehead for 1 hour, 46 minutes.
Why are everyone sweat shaming Dan Koogs, man? Why are we doing it? Yeah, leave me alone.
Oh man, they absolutely. Sam got one jab in before he left. It was a great performance.
Hey guys, and don't forget, man, be there on Sunday. You want to see the shamelessness live and direct? Come down and kick it with the boys, man. Free drink.
Come down to the brew dog. We've got the link is on the Twitter page right at the top pin there. We're gonna have the Manchester United versus Southampton game. I know some of you are hoping that we lose. It's not gonna happen. And then we're gonna have Arsenal versus Chelsea, that age-old rivalry, followed by a live pod. If you grab a ticket before the live show, you get a free drink on entry. If you come and you try and pay on the door, I'm charging you more, and you're not getting a free drink. So how's that? How's that for house rules? But other than that, lads, always a pleasure. And I'll see all of you on Sunday.
Yes, let's see everyone on Sundays.
Peace.